Hey, YouTube. Welcome back to another episode of the Wicked Fritz Show. I got something to show y'all here. I'm sitting here doing the math and everything, and that's me at my biggest, 230 pounds. That was a few months before I got out of prison. Almost 5 years ago. Next month. Before. Sorry. Or is it 5? It's 4. Because I got out in 16. Oh, there's one of them. It's me on my way to my biggest. I know. Believe it. That's what the prison food will do to you if you have too much of it. Stay away from the fucking prison food, people. But no. Today's episode, as per requested, was to talk about prison. So we're going to talk about prison politics in Iowa today, while I eat this Hershey's Kiss. Goddamn right. Always gotta have something to fiddle with, you know? Prison politics in Iowa. Alright, if you've never been to prison in Iowa, you will learn. The day you enter Oakdale, they tell you, rule number 1 for a first timer in prison. And I don't know if this really has to be told to anybody. It should be just common sense. But you walk into prison the very first time, man, and chow gets called. What do? A, hop to the fucking first open seat you find? Or B, you sit back and wait for every other motherfucker to sit down and then find a seat? You can do both, but one will get you seriously hurt, while the other one might save your fucking life. But no, you always, your first time into prison, I don't care where you're at, you do not just sit the fuck down. Don't be like Fritz. Don't just sit down wherever the fuck you please and not care. Because it will get you killed. You take a motherfucker's seat in the lunchroom, dude, you're hit. Straight up, that's an automatic go on you. Because you're stupid ass dumb enough to sit down in the first place, not knowing a goddamn thing about the place you just entered. And see, I can tell you all the do's and don'ts of an Iowa prison because I have done all the do's and the don'ts. I did the don'ts before I did the do's. Hence why I did 6 years on a 5-year charge. But now, never just sit down like you own the fucking place. Ever. It's a bad idea. Rule number 1. Don't just sit. Oh yeah, my prison cup. I did this cup in prison myself. It was one of my side hustles. Etching into cups and shit. These are the mugs you get in Iowa prison. I'm pretty sure you get them everywhere. I mean, I've seen numerous shows of like Lockdown Abroad and shit like that, you know, and everybody's got their good state issued cup. Let's see. Rule number 2. Prison politics. Don't just assume that because someone talks to you, they're your friend. Or they're trying to be friendly. They ain't trying to be friendly, man. Well, they're trying to be friendly. But not always in the way you want them to be friendly. Like, as always, shout out. Lockdown 23-1. Death, you my main. Well, like he said on one of his episodes, man, the PREA video, and that's what it's called. It's the PREA video. It's the Prison Rape Elimination Act. And straight up, he does not lie. This motherfucker is just a group of guys that are in prison telling you about their stories about getting raped or watching people get raped in prison. But yeah, this motherfucking video literally shows a guy bringing out a candy bar out of his fucking cell because it was placed on his pillow. It was a Baby Ruth. And straight up the dude says, I don't know who put this here, but I'm good. I don't want it, thank you. And he sets it down on the handrail. Motherfucker, you don't want to do that either. Hell no, because that's still a form of you touching that motherfucker, taking it off your fucking pillow, and that's just starting a whole mess of shit you don't want. Because 9 times out of 10, it's going to be one of your setting that shit on your pillow. Like, any kind, if any motherfucker shows you any type of friendliness, and I don't care what it is, this, you could say you're hungry, and if a motherfucker gives you a soup and you don't know that dude at all, don't take that soup. Don't take nothing. You come into your cell one day and you fucking see your laundry folded on your bed, motherfucking, you better make it a point to walk out into that day room and be like, hey, I ain't the one, yo. Because someone's trying to get that butthole. Someone is trying to get that butthole. 100%. No bueno. I remember the story, right? Fucking, my first time down, I was probably a couple months away from getting back out into the free world, you know, get fucked up again and go right back into the pen. You know how we do. But woke up one night because I really had to pee, man. Fucking got down off the bunk, you know, walked out, went out into the bathroom, because the prison I was in at the time, you know, you didn't have fucking cell doors. Well, you had a door, but this place I was at, man, it was an old mental hospital, so it had regular fucking doors for your cells, man. Like, you weren't allowed to shut the door at all, period, ever. But I mean, if you walk by and see one of them doors shut, you know, one of two things is happening in that room. It's either someone's fighting or someone's fucking. But anyway, got down off the bunk, went into the bathroom, man. Went up to the fucking urinal and hear a strange ass motherfucking noise, dude. Kind of sounded like Well, just straight up, it just sounded like someone was fucking getting their shit worked on. And if you ever hear anything that sounds like sexual noises, man, don't turn around. Don't pay any attention. Don't even act like you fucking heard anything. Just go on about your day. Because that will get you killed. That won't get you beat up. That will get you killed. Sticking your nose in someone else's business. Not even meaning to. That shit will get you killed. See me, I'm just a crazy motherfucker. You know, I heard this. I turn around. All I see is a man standing in showers. That's all I seen. That's all I needed to see. I no longer had to pee. Went right back into my house and went right back to sleep. No, sir. So there's that shit be going on in prison, man. Don't even try and fucking act like none of that shit ever happens. It does. Quite frequently, actually. I remember being in Dodge my second time. Fucking dudes were actually, like, if you watch 23-1 Lockdown, man, Death does a video and he says, or he's doing an interview, and it's about hard drives for your television and shit, for the Xboxes and shit. Yes, and yes, game consoles are a fucking thing in prison now. You can get a game console in prison now. That's how much of a fucking daycare it has become. Man, instead of trying to punish people now, if you're good enough, they'll give you a game console. Sign me up. I'll stick with my PS4 that I got in my living room right now. But no, mind your own fucking business in prison. That's number 2. Mind your fucking business. Number 3. If you're thinking, you know, that, alright, I've been here a while, you know, gotten to know the ropes, know the people, know the rules and shit. You don't even know the half of it. There's so much that goes on in prison that not even the guards know about. Because here in Iowa, the prisoners run the prison. We just make the guards think that they run the prison. Ain't shit popping off without an inmate say so. And that's how it is here. Motherfucking Iowa inmates run the prisons, and we just make the guards think that they do. You know, image. Because they wear brown and act tough. Let's see, shit. My bad, y'all. But, yeah. And another thing, another Hershey's Kiss, I know. I'm trying to think of something else to go with that one. I mean, okay. On the subject of the guards thinking they know what's going on, the guards know what we want them to know, and they know what's going on if we want them to know what's going on, just to keep their attention on something that has nothing what's really going on. Like, one day you be out on the yard, right, walking around, and all of a sudden, someone just stows off on someone, just starts locking a sock into someone. It's a cover-up for something bigger. Oh yeah. That's where I was getting with that. Fucking the hard drives and stuff. Fort Dodge, Iowa was and probably still is the leading prison for prison porn. Yes, it's a real thing. Motherfuckers get paid. And yes, even with how sick it is, it happens on the daily. You can actually fucking look that shit up online. Look up prison porn. And you'll probably be seeing some people from Fort Dodge, Iowa. Guaranteed. It was fucking... I knew the guy who got busted fucking making the porn. No, I was not affiliated with the porn making or none of that gay shit. Thank you. I'm a lesbian. I like vagina. You know, you make a lot of money doing that. And little flash drives they give you, because now, here in Iowa, we get them nice Samsung flat screen TVs. And they're not see-through. But you can't buy them. You buy a TV, you're getting a little ClearTech TV. But no, little 19-inch Samsung motherfucking smart TVs. Yeah. Can rent one for $19 a month. Yeah, rent. For $19 a month. But if you know people, you don't have to pay that. Motherfucking, you just throw them a couple lopes, maybe a soda or two. And they'll mark you off every month as that TV's paid for. I didn't once pay for a TV in prison. Motherfucking, not the $19. Man, I'll just throw old boy 2 lopes, a couple soups maybe, you know. Oh yeah, gold. And that good old Keefy. Yeah. Man. Excuse me. I'm gassy. But, yeah. Excuse me again. Sorry, guys. But yeah. In Iowa, prisoners run the prisons, not the guards. Not the boys in brown, as we call them. Number 4. Alright. Is, aware of your surroundings at all times. I know it's hard to do, but motherfucking, you gotta learn to sleep with one eye open in prison, dude, because you never know when a motherfucker's gonna feel froggy and get to leaping. Because motherfuckers will pay your own cellies to beat your ass for them. Here in Iowa. Straight up. I've seen it done many times, man. It's no good. Always be aware of what's going on around you. Even if you fucking sleeping. You sleep with one ear open and one eye open. Motherfucker, you might as well as learn not to sleep at all. And if you get caught sleeping good, dude, hit. You might as well as consider your turkey roasted. Man, some petty motherfuckers here in Iowa. Petty. But yeah, always know what's going on around you. I don't care if you're in a minimum camp with no fucking fences. You're still in prison. You're still surrounded by a bunch of fucking criminals. Hey-o. Well, yeah, surroundings, man. You get this little ringing in your ear and you feel like you're being watched or stalked in prison. Man, that's the last place you want that feeling. Because you only surrounded by dudes. And a lot of them are rapists. And they don't care what kind of ass they be taking. As long as it's some ass. Crazy. Oh, side note. In prison, you have what is known as flags for when you're fucking doing your business in the cell, you know, taking a shit, beating off. Motherfucking just want to be left alone for a few minutes, you know? You got 3 flags. Alright? Your flags represent what you're doing in your house to your cellies. So say you walk up to your cell, right? And you see a thing of toilet paper tied on the door handle. That means one of your cellies is pooping. Getting in there. Some people will also drape it over the fucking top of the door like one giant sheet. Just god awful long thing of toilet paper, like fucking 15 feet long, and they'll just throw it over the door. That's another pooping signal. Alright? Now, beating off. There's one of 2 ways this is done. You will have a motherfucker who straight up covers his entire window with toilet paper by draping it over, which you'll get yelled at for, get told to take it down and shit. Or he'll just strictly, it's weird, it's gross, it's whatever, alright? But he won't leave a flag at all. They'll leave the door cracked. About this far. Which is a big no-no in prison. You can get in trouble for it. But it is a flag to let you know that something's happening in your house. Now, if you come up to your door and just see a little thing of toilet paper draped over the door handle, not tied, nothing, just hanging there, that's a sign of fuck off, your cellie is doing something that you probably don't want to know about. Which is probably anywhere from like sorting his drugs, you know, talking with one of the homies, fucking that singular little fucking strip of toilet paper just hanging over your door could mean numerous things. But 9 times out of 10, it's just your cellie saying, hey, fuck off for a few minutes. I need some alone time. I need to gather myself. You'll actually also see motherfuckers who will literally get some toilet paper wet, not like soaked, but they'll flick water on it and stick it to their windows. That's the number 1 sign that someone's doing some fucking in their house. It's just, so this way, the guards can't look in at all, and they're gonna have to open your door to tell you to take all that shit off of your window. And see, if that happens, you're cooked. Because if you're in someone else's cell or someone else is in your cell that don't belong there, done. OPA. That's a report. Major report. That's 2 points here in Iowa. Went over the point system in another video, I think. I'm pretty sure I did. Maybe. But yeah. Your flags. Learn your flags. Now, if you walk up to your cell and there ain't no flag but your cellie's in there, sitting on the toilet, he's just being an asshole. Because, man, straight up, in prison, if you don't show respect, you don't get respect. 100%, man. Even if you don't fucking like the person you have to be celled with, you could fucking hate this person with a passion. You have to live with them. So you have to learn how to deal with them. Motherfucking... And that happens one of numerous ways. You know, you could be the guy who straight up does the intimidation thing. You know, like, look here, little bitch. You know? You could punk a motherfucker out. Or you could just be like, hey, straight up, I don't like you, you don't like me. Motherfucking, we have to live together. But that don't mean we gotta fucking be friends or anything. You know, I ain't gotta talk to you just because you fucking a foot and a half away from me. Hell no, it's pretty easy to ignore a motherfucker that you live with, dude. It's very easy. You know, you do have cellies that'll do that too. And if you're just going into prison, man, don't be afraid to ask some questions with your cellies, man. Your cellies are there to help you if they're the right people. Motherfucking, you get an old timer, man, ask that man a motherfucking bunch of questions. Read that dude like he is a book. He could just save your fucking life. Here in Iowa, there is a law in prisons, on and off note, lifers. People who are doing life, not with parole, just straight, they're dying in prison. Motherfucking, they're spending the rest of their life there. There's now a law in Iowa that lifers in Iowa get the television from 5 to 6 o'clock p.m. to watch the fucking news. Which means if you at a prison where you can't buy a television or rent a television, man, and you got a TV day room, means you gotta share that day room with everybody. Man, movie night, you'd be lucky to find a seat in the day room, but 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock every single day, p.m., your ass better not enter that day room if you ain't a lifer, or if you just ain't interested in the news or trying to change the channel, because that lifers will fight for that fucking television. Just for that one little hour. Just so they can see what the fuck's going on in the world. The news is a big thing in prison. God. It's like Mardi Gras for the lifers 5 to 6. Because it's the only time they get to fucking hear about the outs, man. Unless it's from word of mouth of someone who just came in. And think of it like this. A lifer in prison has never seen a smartphone. Probably doesn't even know they're around. And if he does, man, he'd be looking at it like you just handed this dude a fucking dead raccoon or some shit. Just, what do I do with it? Where's its buttons? Where's the buttons? I can't. How do I call? Straight up. It's sad to see, but shit, we're already at 30 minutes? I better speed this up a little bit. Number 5. And this is the last but biggest one, man. Always. I don't care who you are, what you do, what you know. Always listen in prison. I don't care if you fucking have to eavesdrop like a motherfucker. It will save your fucking life. Especially if you're not a very liked person. Listen. I don't care if fucking you walk in the yard and just doing laps around people. Listen. I was I was keen on listening in prison. I knew everything that was happening in all of my prisons. I knew shit that was happening before most of the shot callers on the yard knew what was happening. All because I listen. And I have a trick. Fucking simplest trick ever. Man, you get a pair of headphones, right? You out on the yard. Motherfucking, you be known with those headphones, man. He ain't listening, he's listening to music. Not old Fritz. Hell no. I didn't have money to afford a radio. So I just borrowed my Celly's headphones. Put those bitches on and stick the end of the cord in my pocket. Like I was listening to a radio or some shit. Oh no. No. Old Fritz was to the guards, the inmates, the nurses, the shit on fucking wreck people. I listened to everything. I knew shit about the guards that most people probably shouldn't know about guards. I knew who was going to be hit, when they were going to be hit, and what they were going to be hit with. I made it a priority to know everything I could. Like, I could walk up and tell the guy who called the entire yard. His name was Little Bear. 100% Cherokee Indian. Dude stood almost, it was like 6'8", 6'9". But yeah, he was the main shot caller of the Fort Dodge prison yard. He still is. He's a lifer. Don't nobody fuck with Little Bear. Because Little Bear, like I said, is like 6'9", 500 pounds. This a big Indian. And yes, I can call him an Indian. Because I am an Indian. I have two traits, Indian and German. Another Hershey's Kiss, sorry. But no. Always listen, guys. Make it your priority to know what's going on around you. It'll save your life. And it could probably just save someone else's life if you know the person. But on that note, my fine ladies and gents, smash that like button. And you know, I'm ending with this with one thing. You pick the next topic. Whatever it is, I don't care. I'll discuss it. We could talk about how you sweat profusely. Like, whatever you want to know, ask. I'll tell it. I mean anything. I ain't scared. I give no fucks. And blatantly, I'm just an asshole. I call it like I see it. I tell it how it is, man. I have no filter. I ain't afraid to say anything. Like the nigger word. It's just a word. Did that word just cut you to your fucking heart or some shit? You gushing blood out your fucking asshole or some shit? Sticks and stones, yo. Sticks and motherfucking stones. Quit letting words get to you. It's not like I just punched you in the fucking mouth. I mean, I'd rather be called punched in the mouth. At least I know one is true and the other one isn't. You know, the punch in the mouth is true. Because you just got punched in the fucking mouth. You didn't get hit in the fucking mouth when I said that, did ya? They're words, people. Come on. It's 2019. Put down the Tide Pods. Love ya.